everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a...
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. And here comes Diggs. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's brought down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
What you got?
Still first down.
Glennon. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
All right, here we go.
Now Glennon. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and oh so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding. Offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him through the flag. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Second and goal to go now. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down. completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Ten-yard penalty there on first down, so now 1st and 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stacked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very solid gain of 27. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Eagles.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Complete on the right side to Green-Beckham. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Here we go now. 3.
He'll try, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's their quarterback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just falling behind him.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Glennon. He's got time in the pocket. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Carlos Hyde with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one complete left side to Greenbacko. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dorial Greenbacko, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now Parkey for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. We put our attention now on the Eagles' defense. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders, as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Eagles take possession. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner. I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down. Times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go!
On play action, they'll throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground.
Here we go now!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. On 4th down, the Eagles will turn it over now to the field goal unit and Cody Parkey. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Stiff-armed him. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double-A gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Glennon. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Second down following the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Pass incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target, and it's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Well, third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard possession. Will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Back to throw again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Leroy Reynolds in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen Hey, third down situation. Big third down alert. Lock in here. Fourth down play. Make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So it'll be first down here after the run. One receiver left, 2 to the right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Courtney Upshaw in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. Walsh now for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. This will be their first crack here of the second half. We'll see what, if any, adjustments they made in the locker room.
And the bulk of adjustments usually come down to, guys, we did pretty well in the first half.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Glennon. He's got time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At the end of big-time seasons where runners have those special magical years, you know he gets rewarded. It's the offensive lineman. He's going to buy them gifts that is going to commemorate the year and show his appreciation and thanks. This drive is going towards that because he's locked in, they're locked in. The only thing that's left now is to try and find a way to finish in the end zone.
Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They come out here in the eye. And here we go on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are back within a score.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And here comes Diggs. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Handoff comes to Hyde. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. But they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well. All right, say it with me now. A lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Vikings. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Now Glennon. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And that's caught by Smith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Back to throw now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And just like that, it's third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. They've had a couple passing touchdowns against them in this game, and that last drive they really got picked apart.
They've got to figure out how to tighten things up because no matter what they've done, whatever adjustments they've made, offense has been a step ahead of them. So they've got to figure it out. Usually, a sack of the quarterback can help change the momentum.
Maybe bring some pressure.
I think maybe a little bit of pressure would help them greatly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
They'll drop the throw. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on comes the kicker, Cody Parkey, in a big spot. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Parkey's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Glennon. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's able to find Diggs. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Our eyes shift now to the Vikings defense. And they're just trying to keep him out of the end zone. Obviously, a field goal does no good in this situation. So what's the appropriate amount of pressure defensively, Charles?
I think he's had a little more pressure than what is normal. If you normally want to send a 3-man rush, maybe you make it 4. If it's 4, maybe you make it 5. Anything to make sure that he can't just sit back there all day and find a target. And then you tell your secondary, play your normal coverage and maybe an extra step or 2 back.
Yeah, be careful that nothing goes over the top. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw. And he's got Green Beckham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 30 yards on the pickup there. And the Eagles are going to have a first down.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got?
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for two, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Love the effort. Love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Shift together here from the D-line.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Red zone opportunity. They run again with Hyde on first. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So on now is Blair Walsh. His first attempt of the afternoon. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on now is Blair Walsh. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And, Charles, he hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
Exactly. And this was by far the most nerve-wracking. They just stepped up and calmly banged it through.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Well, we saw a...